Christopher Campbell here with Metroplex Cash Homes. I want to talk to you today about fire damage and what can you do when your home goes through a fire. You and your family are potentially put out of your house permanently, or is it repairable? What are your options? Here at Metroplex Cash Homes, again, we have experts on our team, and one of our experts, we deal mainly with fire damage. We've done over 500 plus homes with fire damage, and bought them from sellers that have gone through this tragedy. So let's get to it. So first question is, financially, what happens to you when your house burns? With fire damage houses, this is not a good situation to be in. Nobody wants this situation. You know, unless it's completely destroyed, you do have the option of hiring people to come in and fix the damage. But if it is completely destroyed, you want to definitely check your policy. You want to make sure you have a loss of use clause in it. And again, I'm not a insurance salesman. I'm not an insurance professional. But these are some of the clauses you want to double check for your insurance clause. You know, a loss of use and any additional lines for expenses. So make sure you check out your policy. Make sure you have adequate coverage, so that when there's fire damage or loss, that you're covered during this time. Typically, you're covered up to what the price was when you purchased your home, when you got that insurance. A lot of people's misconception, they think, let's say you were Mike, you had a mansion and you bought it at $1 million. Let's just put a number out there. And you bought it at $1 million and you got insurance at $1 million. Let's say it's 10 years down the line, and God forbid anything happens, there's a fire that broke out, and now it's worth $1.5 million. Your house is still only insured for $1 million. That's typically what is covered. That's typically for your mortgage, that's what's covered. The awesome part about that is, if you have been managing your finances and you pay down, if you paid $1 million, you got a mortgage for $1 million, and it's 10 years later or whatever, you pay down on it or something. So your insurance should cover the $1 million, up to $1 million. So it'll cover your mortgage, and then the rest will be put either towards a new home or towards fixing up your home that you currently have. So just understand that. Second piece is, hey, if you're, regular old Henry with a look like a shack off to the side, it's the same case. So, if you, paid $100,000 for your house when you purchased it, and now it's worth like $150, your insurance is only covering your mortgage for that $100K when you first got it. So just something to be leery of and be aware of. You always want to speak to your insurance people to get the best rates and the best policy for you. Make sure that you're updating your policy. Make sure you're keeping it up to date with the market value of your home. Those are all very important things prior to fires, because again, nobody plans on having a fire. This is a very unfortunate incident, but you would like to be prepared in case anything does happen to your home. Okay. With that aside, so again, there's something I talked about, which was loss of use. Loss of use is when you have a fire in your home. It's not like a little range fire or oven or stove fire where you might just burn the wall or something and you can come in and quickly fix that. This is like you have to move out of the house for them to repair it. So loss of use, that's loss of use of your house or home. So fire damage to your house or fire damage to your home, you have loss of use of your entire home. So with that comes the process of going to find a temporary location to live. So you're looking at your expenses for living costs. And again, remember what I said about the amount of mortgage that you have. So whatever type of home you had, again, If you Mike with a mansion or Henry with a hut, that's the type of dwelling that your insurance will cover during your time that you have loss of use of your home. So, if you have a 3-bedroom, you'll have to find something comparable that you can rent out for a 3-bedroom while your home is getting fixed, or while you're, in cases, like I said, a total loss, while you're finding a new place. I don't know how long it is. Again, talk to your insurance professional, but pretty much it does cover exactly what you had at the time of your loss, of your fire damage house loss. So with that being said, during that time, you want to absolutely, very vital, keep all your receipts. So your meals, laundry, any expenses that you receive during this time of this unfortunate event where, there's fire damage to your house or fire damage to your home. You want to keep all your receipts and present them to your insurance company at the closeout of all of that. Make sure you're keeping accurate records during this time. And again, like I said, one of the most important things is once we get in our homes, we kind of just get lax and enjoy the all the comforts of home, and don't update our policy. So make sure your policy is always updated to your current market value of your home. So you don't want to run into the situation where you have a fire damaged house and you're not fully covered. So, okay. So let's talk about, that's just roughly what the financials look like in case you have loss of use. But let's talk about what you do right after you have like a house fire, okay? So number one thing, what are you gonna do? You're gonna contact our insurance agent, right? Make sure you're covered, make sure they know what's going on. Make sure all of the available resources that you have from your insurance company are available to you, so you let them know right away that what happened, when it happened. They'll let you know right away what they can do immediately for you, and get you moving in the right direction. Secondly, you ask them for a restoration company, and if you don't know any restoration companies, and typically people don't, just go ahead, Google, try to find a couple, local restoration companies. Again, we have fire damage experts for fire damage houses. So that's what we do. We restore fire damage houses. We've done over 500 homes, but ask for a fire restoration company. Typically, there are ones that the insurance companies work with. And then if you always want to get, I would say, one of your own, just to double check to make sure you're getting apples to apples with your insurance coverage, making sure that your house, if it's able to be repaired, that you're getting a good quality repair. So, okay. That's the second thing you want to do. The third thing you will definitely want to do is you want to separate all your damaged items from your non-damaged items. So, you go back in your home. If anything is salvageable, please, you want to get that. And, with the fourth part, kind of jumping ahead there, but get you a storage facility. Again, it should be covered underneath your expenses from your insurance, but at the same time, you want to salvage all of the things that you can salvage from your home, in case the home is no longer habitable. So you want to contact the restoration company, make sure all your non-damaged items, you pull them out of the house, all your all your things of value, monetarily, or just, all your keepsakes. You want to make sure, you get a nice storage place, put them in storage, or friend's garage, wherever it is, but you want to put all your non-damaged items in a nice, safe place so that they don't get harmed by other water damage or anything else that might happen during the time you're not in the home. So, okay. And number 5, so we did the 3, which is separate your damage from your non-damage, get your nice safe place. Number 4, number 5, you want to cooperate with the insurance company. So again, when I talked about the receipts and everything, any bit of information that they need, make sure that they have. You don't want to run into an issue where insurance companies are saying you failed to divulge, whatever it is. You might end up with a bill for hotel stay. You never submitted it, but make sure you're cooperating with them. Make sure any information they need, you just keep them up to date. Respond to them right away, at least within 24 hours. Don't wait or delay your response to them. They like to move quickly as possible, getting the information from you so that they're able to support you in the best way they can. Okay. So the other part that I talked about with the financial burden is, of course, finding somewhere to stay. It would be nice if you could stay with a friend or a family. As sometimes you may need to get a hotel or a rental property in the meantime until your home is fixed, right? And so we talked about that before, where if you Mike with the mansion or Henry with the hut, you are able to have the same amount of accommodations that you were in with your home. So again, if you had a three bedroom, 2 bath, you could probably rent out a house in the meantime until your property gets fixed back up. Your fire damage house gets fixed back up, a 3-2. If you have a mansion, I don't know, six bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, you're able to get that same amount till your house gets repaired. So the main question is, I know everybody's like, Steven is like, should you repair a house with fire damage? That's a tough question. So it all depends on the person, all depends on the family, all depends on the situation that you're in, depends on the extent of the fire damage. But let's talk about some benefits of repairing a fire damaged house. If you're trying to sell it, now we buy in whatever condition it is. So Natural Place Cash Homes, we buy them as is. We got fire damage experts that handle specifically fire damage house all the time. So if you're gonna put it on the market, it's better to go ahead and fix it back up. It's really hard. Most people don't want to deal with buying a new piece of property and having to actually fix up the fire damage. And I know some people, again, it's devastating to have a fire damaged house. It's traumatic, and some people want to just walk away because it's a lot of work involved with it. But if you're going to put it on the market, typically go ahead and fix it back up. Some of the repairs may be cheap, it might be quick. Like let's say you had a kitchen fire or something, you can get somebody to come in, clean it, get the smell out, refinish everything, and then, get it up for sale. Some repairs are like real cheap, and you'll receive a higher sale price, so that's the benefits of that. Now the drawback of that is if it's expensive. So depending on the fire damage, most homes, don't have sprinkler systems, so fires tend to spread very quickly. So, it's going to take some time to repair, all that time you're out of a home, you're out of a house, you don't have, a place to stay. Like I said, you have to go get a hotel or stay with friends or family. So it's going to be a little while to repair that, people got to come in and assess the damage. Then you got to get the contractors, got to find the right contractor for you. Then, you have to manage all that, making sure contractors are coming in, get your drywall, your painters, so forth and so on. But again, Natural Place Cash Homes, we have fire damage experts, and that's what we do. We come in, gut it out, clean all the fire damage stuff out, get the smell out, and and go ahead and take care of that for you. So that's the benefit of like selling it to maybe a buyer that buys fire damage houses, as opposed to waiting and having it fixed up and doing it yourself. Since we do it, it's a little bit easier for us because we know what to expect. Again, a tragedy like a fire damaged house or fire damaged home is devastating to families. It may be a headache to manage, So just to wrap everything up, having a fire damaged house, fire damaged home, I know is like a very stressful time. But you know, you can get through it. Make sure you just stay organized. Make sure you keep all your receipts, all your documents. Like I said, go in there right away. Get all your keepsakes that you can save, all your things that's worth something that you can salvage. Make sure you get that out. Put it in a nice, safe place that you can keep any documents or whatever it is. And also, you want to document everything that you do. Pictures, receipts, any of that. Right after that, you want to make sure you're keeping all your records of that. And make sure you cooperate with your insurance company so that they won't delay in any support that they can give you. I know it can seem overwhelming, but hopefully, you know, I provided you with some great tips. Again, I'm Christopher Campbell with Metroplex Cash Homes, where we're neighborhood revitalization experts, and we have fire damage experts on staff. We've done over 500 homes, and hopefully we can help you with your situation.